by night. Keep going crazy.
Hey y'all, welcome back to After Hours. I'm Ashanti.
I'm Maya the activist.
I'm Simone. And this is After Hours.
This
What's up,
episode, I think we need to, talk about relationships. Cause why not?
I'm with the shits.
You with it? You with
I'm
it?
with the
You about to
shits.
tell all your business a little bit? Not a lot, but a little bit. No, I was just saying the other day that I kind of feel like when you're doing love languages, and me and my partner disagree, but it's fine. I feel like when we're doing love languages, like you should talk in their language. For example, if your love language is like X of like deeds, like good deeds and stuff, maybe when I do the laundry, you're happy. And my love language is like you getting me flowers, but if I get you flowers, it's not going to hit the same. You know what I mean? Versus
Oh, okay.
if you got me flowers.
I'm in the middle.
My love language is just acts of kindness.
But if you was doing something to make your partner feel loved, would you do acts of kindness because that's your language, or would you do it because that's their language? That's the conversation. Whether or not you should communicate with your partner through your love language or through theirs.
I feel like you should do an equal, like a healthy amount of both. It's like you should, of course, have your partner's love language, but you should also have your love language and kind of incorporate the two together.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can see that.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say, like, you could do their love language most of the time, and then like randomly do yours.
I feel that.
So that way, like Sean said, it'll be a balance. Or if you want to be spontaneous, like my boyfriend gives me flowers all the time. Well, for Valentine's Day, before we went out, I decided to give him flowers and take him to get a smoothie before he actually went to dinner. And that's something he would do. That's not something I would do. So I think just spice it up just a little bit, just to make the person feel like, oh, you love me.
Yeah, or you notice that I do this because you like it, not
Yeah.
because I like it.
So,
No, I get that for sure. I feel like, I think they were saying no, and I was saying yes, because I feel like when you're being effective, you kind of just need to speak their language so that they get it. Or like, because I've experienced like people like, I love you, but I'll be like, okay, but I don't feel loved. So am I wrong for not feeling loved, or am you wrong for not like loving me in a way that I can like feel it? You know what I mean? Like, so I do understand that, though. I do feel like a balance is important, but I feel like not at all is like not an option at this point. Like, it should at least be some of mine in there, because like to me it's like, if I speak Spanish and you speak Japanese, would it kill you to learn how to say hi in my language? Like, that's how I see it. But
Or just something cute in your language. Like my partner's love language is cooking. Like he loves to cook. But I also like to cook. And I hate to say it, but actually I don't hate to say it. I'm very happy to say it. He can cook way better than me.
yay.
Like he knows what the fuck to do. I've never seen someone pull some shit off the stove and put it in the oven
Oh yeah.
and then take it back. I was like, oh nigga, you know what you're doing. Like, you're not just throwing shit. You know exactly what you're doing. So like I'll cook him something. That's just like an act of kindness. And like I like to clean. I like to make sure the house is clean and taken care of. Of course the room can be messy, like clothes and shit everywhere, but like the house, like the whole part where people come in and walk through has to be clean. So yeah. Like I'll clean up the house and stuff and like see how that goes.
I was gonna say, Maya said something. She said, "Do you it's because I'm not feeling loved. Do you ever feel like in your relationship you should not feel like your partner loves you at any point in time, or you should always feel like they love you? You should know if they always love you."
I feel like you shouldn't have to question it. I don't know. That's like something I wouldn't want to question. Like, if you're my partner, I don't want to have to question like, oh my God, do you care about me? I don't want to have to question like, how shit's going in our relationship. If I feel like something's off, and be like, hey, you know, I feel like something's off. Maybe we should do something different. Maybe we should go and do something. Maybe we should experience something together, just the two of us. Type shit. That's my idea about it. But.
I mean, you don't need to do like acts of kindness all the time. And I'll know that you love me still. Like, I'm not the type of person where I'm like, I need you to do this every day. But at the same time,
I just feel more appreciated, I guess.
I think there's times where like I know that you like me, but I also know that you don't like me sometimes. And that's natural. I feel like you can love somebody all the time, but not like them every once in a while.
Are we
And
talking
is
that
that
bad in regards to like,
No.
are you like after an argument or something?
It doesn't even need to be
Yeah,
that.
it doesn't have to be argument.
It doesn't have to be
Something that
argument.
happened.
It could be something that you did, and I didn't like that. And I can
Oh,
still
of
love
course.
you.
Yeah, I can still love you, but I could just hate that you did that. Like,
Or I don't like you right now. I need my space, but I still love you.
Do you think that's wrong?
No, I
No.
used to feel like that was weird or somewhat different, but I don't. I think that's natural in relationships for me not to like you all the time. I want to be around you all the time. Now you should still like me enough to respect me and understand that there's boundaries even with your anger. Like, I like people where if you just like, even though you angry with me, you still take care of me. You don't have to do nothing like get me like the nice things, the extras. I don't need the extras, but at least to know like while you angry, you still provide the basics. Like, you still want to make sure I eat. You still want to make sure I get home safe. I can deal with that. That's enough.
That's true.
That was a good question.
like, okay, I had to explain to Brandon, like, I don't text back fast enough. Like, I'll see that you texted me, and I'll look at it and say, oh, I'm going to respond to this in a few minutes, and completely forget. And then text you back like a couple
And
hours
they come with
later.
something random.
Yeah, like, just come back with something completely, utterly random to, like, act like, oh, I was totally engaged. You know, like, I totally forgot that you texted me. And I told him, like, that's a thing that I'll do. I mean, like, I would hope one would understand that. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, if you have something about you that you know is like, fuck, I do this and it's really dumb that I do it, but I do it, how would you explain that to your partner? And how would you make it so that they're okay with it?
I mean, if you're fresh, I feel like it's something that you probably have to get used to before they can get better. So my boyfriend, he's just this thing where I want to go and be a man. Okay, well, nigga, I didn't know where you at. I'm confused. We're gonna be a man, but I didn't know where you at. And he's gotten a little better. I ain't about to say he got better. He got a little better. You know, we used to argue about this. I don't know if he actually got better. I think I'm just trying to make him feel good. But anyways. But it's I think it's just like, even if you've been with somebody for so long, they still, like what my mom says, like, you're a creature of habit. And some people will be stuck in their ways. And sometimes it's not bad being stuck in ways, but it's just like, hey, if your partner doesn't like it, just try to do better.
I think, like we probably said in another episode, there's always like a power dynamic, and I feel like you can't make anybody be like cool with it. Like, they kind of have to decide that
If they're okay with it or not, yeah.
And as somebody who's been in both, I just feel like in every situation, when I look back at it, there has to be one person that kind of compromises first and lets the other person know that compromise is an option. It doesn't have to be, this is who I am, accepted or go necessarily. Some things are, I'm like willing to compromise, but there will have to be somebody that folds, and through that compromise, there'll either have to be somebody be like, I'm cool with it and I can get used to it, or there's going to be somebody that says, okay, you're not cool with it, I'm willing to change.
Mm-hmm.
So is compromising a necessary part of relationships?
Yes.
For longevity.
It's definitely a part of relationship. You have to, because if you don't compromise, let's just say, for example, I don't know, I guess using my boyfriend situation, I'm like, about communicating. Hey, I need to tell you I need you safe, because if anything happened to you and your mom looking for you, I'm supposed to know where you at. And she got called around to 50 different hospitals, and you in a ditch dead somewhere. Well, I can be like, oh, he was on 50 20 minutes ago, or he was on 45 20 minutes ago. and there's reports of like accident, that may be you. Like nobody wants to be sitting here calling 60,000 hospitals just trying to find you. So you have to meet in the middle somewhere, because it's less important to like know where you're at or where you're going or what time left. You know, as my think is controlling, but no, because there's something legit happened. The only motherfucker gonna know what happened is your ass. So what the fuck?
I don't know. I feel like, don't get me wrong, like I understand knowing where your partner is, but I don't want you to text and drive because I feel like I'll be the reason something happened to you.
He trying to like a battlefield. No, he gonna do this shit damn good.
But that's my thing, like, okay, even though I drive like a fucking hooligan, I'm gonna still take the necessary precautions to be safe. Like, I won't text and drive. I don't talk on the phone while I drive. I always keep certain distances between cars. And I drive a truck, so like I keep certain distances. Like, I'm not gonna be like, if you're right here, I'm not gonna be right here. No, I'm gonna be a good distance away, because if I do have to hard brake, I'll have time to react and my truck will stop. Now, if someone hits me, you're fine. As long as the person in front of me is fine. I'm behind me, good fucking luck. I know it's fucked up to say, but
No, because at least I'm getting paid. That's what it really is. You're not. I'm not paying nobody. That's what I really want.
I mean,
But I mean, I do feel like your question. Yes, compromise is important because that's the only way. That and constant forgiveness. People think like relationships last because they found each other's niche, and ever since then it's just been going great. I mean, once I learned who you are, it's still not going great because like you expect growth, right? So there's going to be a change of opinion, a change of perspective. So I mean, there's going to bound to be something else that we argue about, or something else that you do that get on my nerves. And as long as it's not on my make it or break it list, I'm not going to tell you. But yeah, I'm probably going to forgive you. Like, can't tell you that because then I don't know. Some people, they just start acting up after they figure out that you most likely will forgive them. But
fuck that shit. I'm gonna tell you and forgive. I'm gonna still tell your ass. Even though you keep on doing it, I'm still gonna keep telling your ass. I'm gonna still keep forgetting. I'm gonna still keep telling your ass. I'm gonna still keep forgetting. I'm gonna let your ass know what the fuck you did to me.
I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to forgive. What I'm saying is, for me, if it's not on my make it or break it list, even if I'm mad, I'm going to forgive you. That I'm not going to tell you because once you figure out what my make it or break it list, as long as I don't do those things, I can keep acting up and she's going to forgive me. That's also not true.
I got a question. So say you're in a relationship with somebody, right? And you guys have been together for a very long time, and then like you realize like, okay, I've been letting you get away with your toxic traits for far too fucking long.
Too late.
And you're like, fuck it, I'm going to do me. I haven't done that in our relationship. I've always taken care of you.
That's fucked up.
What?
People doing them and them. I just think it's
What's your extent of
Yeah.
doing me? How do you define that?
I'm gonna go have fun, like go out for myself, do shit for myself, because I'm only focused on taking care of you.
I mean, because everybody defines doing me differently.
Okay, well, I'm the type to define doing me as like, I'm always the one at home. I'm always making sure the house is clean. I'm always making sure, the pets are fed while you're out. You have your boys club. You have your shit where you and your dudes can go and do shit together, right? Well, now I'm going to go do shit with my girls.
Okay.
I'm going to go out. I'm going to go and, go to the club with my friends. I'm going to go get a drink. I'm not going to go fuck around on you. But I'm going to go and get a drink. I'm going to go have some fun. I'm going to go do some shit to myself.
I agree, but I think it's based on petty roots.
Really?
Yes. The only reason why is because I feel like the beginning of the relationship is where you should be the most hardcore, and that's when people are the most lax. And that's backwards. And the only reason why I say that is because it's fresh. So if you have a boundary or something that you don't like, a lot of people feel like, well, I just met the person, so maybe I shouldn't be so harsh. But this is the time to.
No,
show
me your true colors.
Yeah, there's no reason, there's no extra feelings. So if it doesn't end well, okay.
Oh, wow.
Versus I'm in it now.
I don't got no choice.
I have no choice but to have a hard conversation that could end a relationship that I should have probably had before, and now I have to deal with the fall off of the relationships. And the reason why I think it's a good idea, like if that person will go out and do something for themselves, as long as it's rooted on yourself. If it's rooted on being petty and getting back at your partner for actually having a life, then one, it's not actually for you, and two, you just being petty. So it already has a negative energy on it. So you really actually not doing shit for yourself, but continuing the negative energy when you really should just tell them the truth. I don't want to be in the house all the time. I really just need to get out every once in a while. I'm going to be out more. And that's it. If they have a problem with it, now we can start talking about the imbalance of the relationship. Because when I gave you the opportunity to show me that you're open with balance and you're willing to compromise, you did. When all I've been doing is compromising. If that is the problem with that, make it about that. Don't make it about going out. Don't make it about nothing else. Make it about the problem. Because people going to distract you anyway when you actually start talking about shit that is truthful. Like, I don't know. That's how I think about it. I'm very tactical. When I actually bring up a problem, I've actually thought about this shit because I want to win.
And I say that, no, I say that too.
Argument.
And the thing is, like, okay, I have a friend who's like, they're going through some relationship stuff, and they'll explain how they're dealing with it, and they'll explain their way of, like, going about it. And they'll also explain, like, how their friends who kind of have to deal with the same drama because of that singular person, they all collectively have to deal with drama. So they've all decided, like, fuck it, we're not going to do this shit anymore. And so they explained to me what happened. And they explained to me how their friends responded and how they're responding. And I kind of sat and thought about it for a second. I was like, okay, well, it's a game. They want to see this person hurt. You want to see them hurt, and you want them to feel that hurt. You want it to be dragged out for as long as humanly possible. They want it quick, precise, and done. You didn't explain that to them. You didn't explain the method to your madness. Mm-hmm. So now they're looking at you like, oh, you're folding. You ain't trying to do it. You ain't with the shits. And realistically, they are literally fucking, like, dude up in the head. Like, mm-hmm. It's crazy, like, watching it all go down. Like, they're literally fucking dude up in the head. So,
I don't know. I think relationships are complicated.
I think it's so fun, though.
I mean, it can be fun, but it's just like, how much fun you gonna have, because real shit's gonna happen early shit.
Of course.
I think that's my problem. I think I'm always expecting the real shit and not the fun shit. Because it's like, at the end of the day, what's the point of faking? You know, I don't want to argue. I will. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. I like that. It's always truthful though.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think I'm not too truthful. I think I'm just too, like, our colors are our colors. You go accept it or not. I think that's a problem. I don't know if that's really a problem, but it probably should be, I guess.
Well, I guess we can revisit this on another day, yeah. Unless
Literally, actually, yes. We can talk about this all day. But if y'all have any questions, topics, comments about anything that we talked about, please keep the conversation going in the comments. But this is After Hours. I'm Maya, the activist.
I'm Ashanti.
I'm Smile.